Tumiso Chepape is the grants officer at the Southern Africa Trust. He's our guest in the studio. Tumiso, welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're the grants officer. What does that actually mean?
So what that entails is I am responsible for receiving all the grant applications that actually come in, first screening them and then sending them off to the respective program managers to further look into them for consideration, obviously to our CEO and further on to our board members.
How do people send these applications? Is it email? Do people write letters? They phone? How does it work?
We've had to evolve. So initially we did them on paper, but then with a change in times, we've actually moved on to an online platform. So you can access that through our website, where you can get all the information, our grants policies, what we fund, what we do not fund, and you can find all that information there. But it's supposed to make it accessible to everybody to be able to communicate with the Southern Africa Trust.
Can you give me a sense of how many applications for grants you get compared with the number of grants that you actually allocate? Maybe on percentage terms, is it 10% that get grants, 20%? How much?
We receive quite a large number of applications. That's because the trust maintains a very open door policy. So we allow for open calls to be continuously flowing in. And due to the financial constraints, we only allocate grants according to financial terms. But to a large extent, we really try to see how we can either build consortiums of partners and put them together. But if you're asking for a figure, anything between 50-45% of the applications that we do.
Okay, well, that's quite a high number. In terms of the, do you have to keep an eye on the budgets? Because you will know how much money you have that you can actually allocate. Is that part of your job, to keep an eye on the finances of these things?
No, certainly. Everybody has to keep an eye on the budget, and that is just to make sure that we maintain our promises to our partners and we're able to fulfill all our obligations to them.
I would imagine it's a tough job though, because you would like to fund everything. Well, I know I would.
Every project is a brilliant project, and every project has a lot of impact, and we could only wish that we could have more money.
Tumiso, fascinating job you've got. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.